Hello, guys. Welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Liam Dillon. He is 12 wins and 1 draw with 3 wins by knockout. Back out Saturday against Ashfaq for the British super featherweight title, and it's live on Dazn, which makes it
Yep.
even better, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, mate. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. My first TV fight. So
Exactly. But before we talk about that, you had a fight against Joshua Wahab, and you won on majority decision.
yeah, that was my hardest fight to date. It was a massive mountain to climb. We knew he was a big puncher, and I felt that early. I got caught early, and managed to get through it. I was down in the first six. I think a lot of people had me about 4-2 down in the first six, and then I remember winning the seventh round, looking over Rod's shoulder as he was sorting out my eyes. They were all swollen shut, and seeing Wahab was like completely on the stool, like just hanging there, dripping sweat, tired. And I thought, oh yeah, this is it now. I've got lost. I've got to win the next 5 rounds, and I can win this fight.
And do you believe out of the 12 rounds, as it was 12 rounds, how many
Yeah.
rounds out of the 12 would you give yourself?
Um, I think Boxing News had it spot on. I think they had me winning 8 rounds to 4.
Yeah, would you
Um,
agree?
yeah, I did. A lot of my team did as well. I think I was definitely 4-2 down in the first six, and then I won the last six. I felt like that was really my time. I seem to get better as the rounds go on. I focus a lot on longevity and stamina and endurance. So a lot of my training's based around.
How did you feel in there? First 12 rounds, did it feel good to get those 12 rounds in? And of course, against a heavy hitter as well. And you were
Yeah, I
still
mean, I
there
would.
boxing with your hands down.
Yeah, I prefer the long fights. I've since I've got to title contention, I've preferred the 10 rounders, and now jumping on to 12s. My next fight's a 12 rounder as well.
Was this good for you? Because this was meant to be a Commonwealth eliminator, but you've got, because you did so well against Joshua. Um, do you feel like that's a sort of fight you needed going into this British title fight?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm glad I got the experience of a 12 rounder before, obviously the big one against Qais Ashfaq. It was a Commonwealth eliminator, but I really asked my manager Rod to push on for the British. British is something I've always wanted, and
So
after
was
being
with Joshua, was he as I saw he walked out second, was he signed with Goodwin?
nah, he was signed with Streetwise Management and Lou DeBella Promotions.
Why did he walk out second?
Well, he was technically the home fighter because the show was co-promoted by Lou DeBella, even though he was their only fighter. Lou DeBella co-promoted them, and I wasn't with Goodwin anymore, so I was technically the away fighter at York Hall.
You still had all the fans though.
Yeah, well, mainly because I only got like 2 weeks' notice for the fight.
Yeah, because when you fought, because you was meant to fight him when you fought Marcus.
Yeah, I was meant to fight when I fought Marcus, and then he didn't get his visa in time, so that fight got postponed. Then I was going to defend my English, and that show got cancelled. I don't really know the
What
in between.
when I had you on when you were meant to fight Levi?
Yeah, that show got cancelled, and they couldn't reschedule it. They tried to reschedule it for a couple of weeks after, but he couldn't do it for some reason. Then
Uh,
I didn't think I was going to be fighting for a while, and then I got a phone call from
well,
Rod and Rod saying we've got the Wahab fight back on, but it's in like 2 weeks. So I was like, oh,
geez, that was a quick turnaround then.
it was because I was like, I'm not fighting. I had a few days off training, had a takeaway or two, and I
And
was like,
most
they
and
phoned me up
mostly
going,
you on fight week you don't do much, do you?
uh, nah, not really. I'm in fight week now. I'm just sort of ticking over. I had my last spar the other day, which was really
Are you
good.
having
And
the press conference soon?
yeah, I've got to head up to Newcastle Wednesday morning because we got the open workout Wednesday, the press conference Thursday, and then the weigh-in Friday. So it's going to be quite a
It's going to be
new
good for
experience
you.
for me. Yeah, normally I'm just do the weigh-in and go home and don't really
I
do
know,
any of
but
that.
this is
So
where you want to be, always on this TV, don't you now?
yeah, it's a new thing. It's a good experience. Yeah, I'm
It's
kind of
good
looking
that
forward
you're
to it.
getting more media attention as well.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I like just training and fighting, to be honest.
Mm.
I think, yeah.
But of course, you've got Cash Ashfaq. He's 12-1, of course. Have you watched him box before?
I remember seeing his fight with Mark Leach
Yeah, that's his
years ago.
defeat, wasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't watched that back. I remember that was during lockdown. I watched. I think
It
Lewis Ritson
yeah.
was main eventing on the show. I remember just banging that on TV, but I didn't
Well,
think
that's
anything would come of
strange
it.
that he fought Leach because Leach is super bantam normally.
I think Qais boxed most of his career at Super Bantam. I think it's only recently he's had a couple fights at Super Feather, and after Dillon withdrew from the tournament, from the contest, British title contest, he
Wait, who was he
put
man
for
to
Ashfaq.
fight?
What's that? Sorry,
Wait, were you not his original opponent? Did he have somebody else?
who's that?
Because you said Cash had somebody else who he was meant to fight for the British, but they pulled out.
No, I was supposed to fight Dil the British, and
Oh
he
yes, Alex,
then,
you was, yeah.
yeah. Then the British Boxing World Control put through Qais for me
Oh
to
yeah,
fight.
I remember you was meant to fight um
Yeah,
Alex, and then who was he meant to fight? Zelfa Barrett.
yeah. I don't know. That weren't for the British though. I don't really know what
No,
happened
it
there.
wasn't for the British, but he took that instead. Like he said he was ill, and then magically a week later he seemed like he was all right. But it's just weird
Yeah, I
one.
didn't. Yeah, I had a bit of a ump about that. I thought if you pull out for being ill, how can you then accept a fight for like 6 weeks time? I thought that was
Bit weird, but it
it was
is
a
what
bit
it is.
strange. But
But I'm sure you're relieved that your British title fight's finally happening this week. And how excited are you to showcase your skills live on Dazn?
I'm buzzing. I mean, I'm currently physically, mentally the best shape of my life. I'm just looking forward to getting in there and just showing off what I've learned. I think that's always good. A lot of people have watched my career from the beginning and they get to see the progress that I've made. And I'm really hoping to put on a massive show.
What are you expecting from Ashfaq?
Um, expect to do what he does best. He's very skillful. Obviously a very slick southpaw. And but me and my team have worked on a game plan to just to outbox him, and yeah, we'll get a win no matter what.
Mm-hmm. How um what would it mean to you winning the British title?
I mean, that's what we all strive for, isn't it? The British title. I think it's the best belt in boxing.
Because you've done it through you won the Southern Area as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I won the Southern area. I won the English. And now I'm going for
English.
the treble.
Oh yeah,
Going
yeah,
for,
exactly.
yeah.
Doing
So
it
it'd be
through
good
the
to
route
do all
most
that.
people go down.
And I'm currently still mandatory for the Commonwealth, so hopefully I can get that on the line.
Two
Hopefully
titles,
the next
mate.
one.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
hopefully I can get that on the line and do all four by the end of the year.
All four.
Yeah, so I've done the Southern area English,
Oh yeah,
get the British this Saturday, and then the Commonwealth by the end of the year.
yeah. So mate, next time I interview you, you have one on this shoulder and one on that shoulder.
Yeah, run out of arms.
And then I'm sure you'll want a third and a fourth, and it'll just keep going on. But I know you're fully focused on Ashfaq. Um, have you seen weaknesses in his when he boxes? Have you seen any weaknesses? Because he got dropped from Leach. Do you take anything from that Leach fight? Do you mainly look at that Leach fight as that was the fight he lost?
I mean, I always kind of focus on my own strengths. It's very hard to, because I mean, that was a few years ago. He might have improved a lot since then. So I can't really
He
look at
probably
that performance.
has.
Can't look at that performance and say, oh, that's him. I need to focus on what my strengths are and try and advocate that.
Yeah, because you never know. Did you watch Yusuf Kamari v Bellotti?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was a really good fight.
Who did you think was winning?
Um, I thought Reece Bellotti won the fight. I had it about 7-3.
Because
Very,
does that mean if you beat Ashfaq, does that mean the winner of you two will fight Bellotti as he won the eliminator?
Yeah, normally you would have the title fight and then the eliminator will go after, but because there's been a few postponements between me and Ashfaq boxing, um, the eliminator
Are
was
you
first. So yeah,
relieved that it's finally happening?
um, yeah and no. It's been a long road since my last fight. I was hoping to jump on when I got made mandatory for the British. Was like shortly after my fight with Wahab. I was hoping to be fighting in December. Then it got moved to February.
Was that with Alex as well in December though it was meant to be?
Yeah, that was with Alex in December. They were trying
What,
to
so
sort
you
that.
were going from a 12 rounder in September, then jumping straight in December?
Yep, I wanted to finish the year with my British title.
Yeah.
Then they end up sorting that out for February. Then he pulled out, and then
So
they put
also
through.
it's your British title has been quite a bit delayed.
Yeah, I've been. I think the British boxing mature made me mandatory. I think somewhat
So
October
what's going
last
on
year.
with that Commonwealth? Because I'm sure as you beat Wahome, you would have got ordered to fight for the Commonwealth.
I'm currently still mandatory for the Commonwealth.
Who's
I
who's
think
who's the holder of the Commonwealth?
it's been vacated now. Zelfa Barrett had it, and he vacated. So when I win this British, I'm hoping the Commonwealth will be on the line the next fight.
Yeah, because and then maybe if you get to fight Reese Bellotti, then you never know. That could be. I think Reese is with Matchroom. That might be put on a Matchroom show or Wassam. Are
Yeah,
you signed
hopefully,
with?
man.
Is what's that? So with you and Ashfaq, who's signed with Wasserman? Is he?
No, neither of us. I don't think. I don't know about him, but
So why is
I'm
this
not a
fight
fan of
on a
Boston.
Wasserman card and not like another on one of your managers or?
Um, well, neither. I don't. Well, I'm not with a promoter. I don't know if he is either. But basically, the British Boxing Control release a circular every month, and
Yeah.
promoters can choose what fight they want. And Wasserman jumped on this one.
Mhm. It's on Dazn, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Wasserman show on Dazn.
Um, do you know what time you'll be on?
I don't know. I assume I'll be on late. I'm co-main event.
Oh, are you?
Um,
That's even
yes, I think
better.
I'll be.
That's
Yeah, I
even
think I'll be back.
better.
I think I'll be about 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, nice one, mate. Nice one.
Yeah.
And you've got a good time as well. Good TV slot when most people would be in the venue because the crowd's pretty much full, and that's even better.
Yeah, 100%. I think everything's worked out really well.
Would you have preferred Yusuf Kamari to have beat Bellotti because, like, to overcome that draw?
Um, it'd be nice to avenge the draw on my record, but
Because you said
the
to me
moment,
last time that you believed you won that one, and I've asked him the same, Yusuf, before, and he thinks he won.
yeah, everyone's sort of gonna say that after a draw. I mean, I was convinced I'd done enough to win, but I wanted to avenge the draw. I was happy to take the rematch to the next possible date. His team ruled against it. They didn't want to fight me
I'm
for the
sure
English.
that rematch will happen eventually.
Maybe one day. I mean, at the moment, I'm just focusing on winning the British, and then
And you've got a bigger opportunity now anyway.
yeah, and I got to grab it with both hands.
You know,
Can't leave
you
one
know
stone
you're
unturned.
ranked fourth in Britain on box rack,
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
and you want to keep that ranking and keep moving up and up.
yeah, I'm chasing that number one spot. That's the thing with this sport. You always want to climb the corporate ladder and
Have
keep
you got
chasing more
many
belts.
people coming up with you from London? Like,
No, no, got four.
well,
That's all
that's
I need.
more than well. You don't need anyone, mate. You at the end of the day, you're going to get that belt and bring it back.
Yeah, I've got my mum, my sister, my fiance, and her friend, and that's
Well,
all I
well,
need.
they're going
Really.
to be loud. Just put it that way.
But I got four VIP ringside tickets complimentary from Wasserman, so
That's not
be nice
bad,
to
is
get them.
it?
Ah, that's good.
Do you always get like free tickets for like your family and like every time you
Nah, this
fight?
is the first time. The first time it's ever happened.
Wait, so do they have to pay for their tickets as well normally?
Oh yeah, every show. I mean, I've booked on 13 Goodwin shows, and yeah, they've always had to pay for tickets or. there's no complimentary tickets on those shows.
Mm. But now you're boxing on the TV. Is this what you've dreamed of? Like, just always, is that what your goal was when you were a kid? Did you always want to be boxing just on TV?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, like the best fights were always when you turn on Sky Sports or whatever and you watch a British title fight, and they were the best fights to me growing up. I remember some big names winning that title.
Oh,
And
there's
the most
always great
incredible
fights for the British, mate. There's some of the best fights I've seen.
I mean, it seems mad to believe I'm in it now on Dazn, like one of the biggest platforms in the world for a British title.
Exactly.
In a
You're up
fight, I
there
believe
now,
I can
mate.
win. So yeah,
Yeah. It'd be a bit surreal when you walk out and all the cameras are on you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I always sort of forget about everything on the outside when I get in there, and I just focus on my boxing. I
Are
think
you
it'd be
like
surreal.
one of the, because I say to some of the boxers, can you hear like some of your people cheering for you when you're in there, or are you one of them who just block out the noise and you're only hearing your opponent breathing on you and you only your coaches as well?
Yeah, I always hear my coaches. It's almost like you get selective hearing. You hear what you're supposed to hear. See, my last fight, I kept hearing my pal Jeff Ofori
Yeah.
because I was listening to his instructions. I was listening to my coach Ross Pierce's instructions and Rod's instructions. But I was also like, I was just listening to that. Then when I watched the video back, I'm like, wow, everyone's screaming really loud.
I know
But,
you don't understand how loud it actually is when you're in there, do you?
nah, but when you're in there, I just focus on what my team was saying. I
And
remember
you're
kept,
just too focused on the person in front of you, and it's just
yeah, once you start trying to
whether
focus on what,
meanwhile all of us
yeah,
people out of the ring on that balcony at your call just screaming and you just see
mm,
yeah,
yeah, you just, I don't know, I guess it's like selective hearing.
yeah. Do you think you'll get the knockout this weekend?
I've trained for 12 rounds, and if it goes 12, if it goes anything less, then it goes less. But I'm just going to focus on my boxing, what my team have told me to do, and yeah. But I know I'm fit for the 12.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So against, what do you expect from Ashfaq?
Uh, expect him to try and box and win. That's what we're
Mm-hmm.
both in there for.
So is that what you're expecting from him? And who've you been sparring in this camp?
Been sparring loads of good southpaws. Down Ben Davison's gym, sparring lots of Shabazz Mahmood and Royston Barney Smith, two very slick southpaws. My last spar was with Dennis McCann.
Oh, that's good.
Sparred Mark Chamberlain, I think about 6 weeks ago. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
travelling up, sparring some good southpaws, as well as at my own gym at RJ's, sparring
Yeah.
like Sam Gilly, Louis Horn.
Mm-hmm. Good
Mm.
sparring, mate. And before I let you go, do you want to thank anyone who's just helped you with your camp and just given you these opportunities?
Yeah, I just want to thank my team who've been through me this whole time. Been brilliant. My trainer, physically and mentally, the best shape of my life, and everyone down RJ's gym who's helped and pushed me towards this. All my family, my fiance, everyone has just been supporting me, even though I've been cranky the last 8 weeks. Been all with me, and yeah, all the sponsors who have helped me. My company I work for, Scaffolds, with the time off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
just got to look forward to it.
good luck, mate, and the new. Smash it, mate.
Cheers, mate. Will do.
Good luck with the fight.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Bye bye.